Hi there, collective. Selective collective. I hope you guys are doing good today. Listen, I just have to say, what is up with time here lately? Have you been feeling this? Like, looking at the date and being like, holy shit, like, it's already the 17th. What in the world? The last week, I thought, it felt like somebody took a couple of days from me. That's how fast time has been feeling. I don't know. Must be the energy. It has been super strange. Today I feel a little bit more like leveled out, but it's been strange. It's been strange. Anyway, maybe a good strange. Let's see what's going on with time. Why is time feeling like it's speeding up? I think I saw the self. I think that was the self. But I'm in for a surprise. I want the surprise. Let's see. Surprise. What else? Desert. Yeah. Okay, that might be the energy, actually. That might be the energy. And the box is on the bottom. The box is on the bottom. That card's about breaking out of the box. The self, the desert in the reverse, and the thread. Okay, so your message here, your message is about finding a new facet of yourself. This is a new identity coming online here. That's what's going on, is some quantum leaping or something. It feels like something to do with time. Look. So yeah, a new identity, finding new things about the self. All right. I want to go to the self. Let me go to the self. See if there's something I'm missing here. That's kind of ironic saying that. Is there something I'm missing? Is there something that you need to find within yourself? And the Watcher. Well, the word the Watcher has come up, or the Watchers has come up for me several times today in really odd ways. Really odd ways. Like, okay, because you can think of like the paranormal, the Watchers. But I think it's talking about the witness that is you, the observer, the person stepping back. Witnessing and accepting new things about yourself. Am I the stew or am I the chef? The self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing the spectrum of ingredients, becoming the flavor of our life. Look into the mirror for 30 seconds or more and attempt to see the you beyond you. Well, that's deep. So a new aspect of ourself. But, okay, the desert. Absolutely. That's what's going on, like, with the energy. Let me tell you this. Okay. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, and longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity, existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to just get back to normal, to become animated by simple pleasantries of day-to-day life, but the desert offers no such comfort. It is disorienting, strange, a place for unexpected visions, sitting in the silence too. So this is they're saying this is the best place you could be for creativity and clairvoyant visions at this time. Okay, so there's a new aspect of ourself, it feels like it's coming online in a strange quantum way, because I feel like time, there's something about like our perception of time, how we are like seeing it right now, how we're witnessing it right now. Something slightly disorienting, but the purpose, there's a purpose behind it. There's something else. There's obviously something else happening on a different dimension here. And so this is just what this body is experiencing right now. The thread is what you find in that darkness or that place of silence. Sometimes it's a sitting in the void, and we find the thread. The thread is, we could say the thread might be your dharma or your purpose, something that leads you out of what is dark and all-consuming, right? And then there's a rainbow, and the rainbow energy here is all around the card that says the self on it too. So let me look up the thread for you. Make sure, like I say, make sure nothing's missing here. This is finding the path, finding the circuit, finding the vein, activating the thread. This is about finding meaning and then feel okay. And so, I'm gonna say, if you feel like I feel, like at times this life is disorienting, or time is going by in an odd way, you may have found yourself in the quantum realm. You may currently be where timelines are shifting, where parallel versions of yourself are almost gathering so that you can pick the one that you want to experience. It's an interesting energy. It's interesting. And it breaks through, this energy breaks through any kind of normal thing that you find yourself attempting to do. Standing in a line in a government office. Oh, good Lord, the DMV, which is where I've been recently. God, it's terrible. It's terrible. But I also noticed as I was sitting there how disconnected from this matrix I feel. So connected to the people, right? In a way, connected to the souls of other people, but like sitting back and I'm witnessing all of these things that are called normalities, and I feel like I'm being sucked or pulled into a different dimension, even there, even at the grocery store. like some strange things are happening, and I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. I like mystery. I like strangeness. And so bring it on. I say, bring it on. Bring on the strangeness. Let's go through the Cosmos Oracle. Tell me a little bit more about this energy. Tell me a little bit more for the viewers, who I call this selective collective, because you are resonating with some sort of vibration that has you here, right? So in that sense, you have been selective. Yep. Makes sense. Wow. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so we have entropy. We have entropy. We have ultraviolet. So I have the selective shield on the bottom. This makes me feel very protected, and it is the selective collective too. So I like that. That's being very, so it's being, you're being selective right now. You're being selective with the energy. You're being selective with who gets in your orbit. Because there's a lot going on, and I have opposites here. Entropy, just like the card shows you here, these dots are not in or any kind of order. They're not making sense. They're a little bit chaotic, right? It represents chaos, or it's the opposite of bringing to order. It's the opposite of coherence. It's incoherent. There's no understanding to that energy. Okay, and ultraviolet is here also, which is talking about when we can sense that there is an outside energy source that in some way can be destructive to our own energy centers. It's unseen energy, but it's out there. And ultraviolet is that ability to sense and perceive that it's there. And it might feel something like disorienting. I would say that energy would feel probably disorienting. But they're saying here that you're in the stratopause. Okay, the stratopause card is talking about being at a transit or a spiritual bus stop, where in this area where we're waiting for our bus to arrive. Ultimately, I feel like we're waiting for this Big Bang event, or what the cosmos is bringing in. Because like I said, we have opposites here, but we have a clear transition or an in-between time where there's a pause. There's nothing necessarily needed to be done at this point except witness and observe what's going on, while keeping up with your spiritual hygiene, obviously, and protecting your energy with the selective shield. How is it the opposite? Well, cosmos here is one of the main cards in the Cosmos Oracle, talking about everything being in divine order. Perfect trust and harmony, that everything is coming together the way that it should be coming together. Now, how it comes together, though, how they're saying that something is going to arrive, there's a previous explosion, and then the origin is born with the Big Bang. The origin, the starting point, the new beginning, the creation of everything in one moment after a previous explosion. So it comes on suddenly and without warning. And what is created is nothing that is known to you. It's nothing, okay, good example. It's nothing that's already in this box. Everything that is already known or has a limit or a restriction is in this box. And I kind of look at this box as being the old matrix, or in the false matrix here. And this explosion with the Big Bang is going to annihilate the box. It will no longer be there. Interesting. Let's reach out to our animal spirits. Let's see what else they want to say about this energy that we all might be feeling. It seems like entropy, or what is like out of order, is actually in this box now. Like this energy is the energy that is to go. to leave. The new one is coming in. Lizard, that's interesting. Lizard, the bear, and the bee. Okay, so we'll start with the bear here in the middle, because this might be that new aspect of yourself, or the new aspect of self coming in here. In this deck in particular is about coming out of a spiritual hibernation, waking from a sleep, waking from a slumber, a spiritual slumber of some sort. I associate the bee with a hive, a collective, working for highest good, working for the highest good, busy. It was be an energy that gets really busy. The lizard is very interesting. So this is it goes along with that ultraviolet, I think, because the lizard has the ESP, extrasensory perception, and also has telepathy, mind reading, thought transfer, picking up all different kinds of information that is not visible with the eye, right? That's the lizard. So yes, you're definitely picking up on some interesting, or we all are picking up on some interesting energy right now, coming out of spiritual hibernation. What is coming out of spiritual hibernation talking about for collective here? Ascension number 9. Spirit determines everything. This is talking about the divine plan unfolding. The thing that, in an essence, we are at this spiritual bus stop waiting. It's like we're waiting on some sort of big event that's coming. Big event coming. The hands are significant here. The spiritual arts, artist, designer, singer, sculptor. I also have psychic detective coming out with another confirmation here, though, for telepathy. Star attunements for high spiritual healing, activation, ascension, and life missions. So that's also something that's going on. That can be tied to the thread card. And the psychic detective here, post-cognition, psychometry, telepathy, and dowsing. This is your ability to pick up on information from the energy that can be from the past all the way up to present and even future, even predictions. And there's emphasis here on telepathy, since that lizard is also here. I wonder if it has anything now. I just always think reptilians when I say that, and I'm seeing it with the entropy card, and it's out there, but it came to mind. Ten of Wands, Two of Wands is coming out. 10 of Wands is completion. It's when we've carried enough of the weight, enough of the burden. Now this can even be like the physical body feeling pretty tired or worn out. So it's best not to overdo it if you get this card. Two of Wands means that something is in the stage where you're being planned, and like something that is planned. I feel like this is divine plan is preparing you for this big completion. The 10 of Wands is the previous explosion to the Big Bang. The 2 of Wands is what you're experiencing now as alignment. Maybe, yeah, alignment is taking place with the path and the possibility that's for your highest good. And that also might be parallel selves, parallel lives. Another two of swords. You're being planned and prepared, and there's a really big choice, a big decision coming up that you will have to make. You'll have to make it using your spiritual eyes, not your physical eyes. It is very mental, but it's going to be determined by the logic that your spirit has. Your soul speaks to you. Tell me more about the decision. Oh, they're saying that was included. Okay. Yeah, I get what they're saying. They're saying that that's actually included in this message. Let me read to you the stratopause, because that's what they're talking about. Stratopause. Oh. Transition stage. Transformation led by personal choice. The stratopause is the level of the atmosphere, which is the boundary between two layers. Wow. And we really do have like the cosmos and entropy. Oh. Its upper limit, the turning point, is the stratosphere, which gives way to dynamic balance, complete balance, or descends into the coldest part of the atmosphere, the mesosphere. This is a place of transit. Nothing nor no one stays here for too long. The decision about where to go from comes from us, and we have two polar opposites to choose from. Exactly what I was talking about. We have two polar opposite paths. We have one of entropy and negative type of energy, this energy that affects you negatively or makes you sick. It has dis-ease running through it. Fear as a virus running through it. And then you have everything is in divine order with the cosmos. You know? Love. It seems like the paths of different dimensions. Yes, okay. We have two polar opposites to choose from. The important thing is to know that nothing pulls us to any of them more than our final determination. The result of this determination will be affected by the brief period of time that's spent here. This decision can result into falling in the coldest part of the atmosphere or flowing in the river of endless balance and protection provided by the stratosphere. So what is the key to not descending into an area filled with turbulence and bone-chilling cold? How can we escape such a hostile environment? By making the decision from our inner warmth. If the decision comes from a cold, distant place or is divisive, rigid, or based on fear, it will only bring repercussions in kind, or will result in falling into an area hostile enough for it to survive. Behold the mesosphere. The portal. Always choose through your being. The layer of transition, the place that we move through a decision, showing us the road with different destinations. We must choose from inside without much hesitation. Okay, give us some more clues about this choice, this path. High Priestess, 5 of Cups, right? Yeah, High Priestess, 5 of Cups. Seems like there's a path that could be more focused on what didn't work out or the disappointments and sadness. Or turning around to those 2 cups that are still there and making something out of those. The 5 of Cups is talking about when we're in a place where we're holding on to the past. And if the past represents systems and things that are tropic in nature, then the High Priestess is trying to tell us to move away from this energy or push through it. However, but move through it. Release it. Very spiritual card. Very High Priestess, psychic, knowing. So this is talking about a specific path, I think. Oh, wow. And at least Chariot. Chariot energy leads us to a victory, right? It picks up speed. This might be time also. I think we're going away from this old paradigm, or at least we have the choice to. Six of Swords. To move away from energies that are conflicting or that bring us nothing but complications and sadness. The Chariot is a victory. It feels like it has something to do with, like, move from here energy. Move from here, whether it's an internal perspective shift here or something external, actual move. And know that you are the magician, so you are the one doing this. Wow, and interesting. Look at these two cards that are showing. They're like peeking themselves. It's like the two worlds can be the Five of Pentacles compared to the Nine of Pentacles, where you have lack consciousness, worry, not enough energy, fear, versus everything's fine, self-reliant, taken care of, in the arms of the divine. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so that's what I've got for the collective. Let's do some from the 108 Oracle and close that out. And you have your, as well as not just family here on earth, you also have your spiritual family that is helping you through this right now. Your tribe, your soul tribe. You have the crack shot card, Miss Annie Oakley, that talks about competent, superior, precise, and expert, and intense. It is the skills that come with the awareness of the magician that will be helping you. Another 33, cabin, to reflect. This card always reminds me of like peace and tranquility, though, when I see it, when I see the representation here of this lake. And there's obviously a reflection. So there's a lot of reflecting and disengaging from the other energies that might be present during this split. They're talking to me specifically about a split. The shift, the split is here. In a very tangible, it will be seen as a 3D manifestation way. Because we've done, I think we did this about 2 years ago. We did a reading on choosing a path that was of like dark and light. Like that was it. It was either you go with this side or that side, but it was about the intention back then, and it was about what you're creating in spirit. And so they're kind of saying like you've already put this into motion. The people that are drawn to this reading or they're watching it right now have already decided on a path, and right now are being the witness, the observer. Oh, you're seeing this happen in real manifestation. You know what I mean? Seeing with your eyes. Yes. So what are we seeing with our eyes? We're seeing what was an optical illusion of, I'm going to say that has to do with this side, mainly the optical illusion of, hey, everything's in order. There's a certain order. We have this, it's a certain department, it's for this, and we take care of this and that, and everything was almost like an illusion. It was never really working right. So this is the awakening, mass awakening of people saying, you know what, that's probably not right to support the things that aren't working, have never worked. It was all just a program, a script, a means of manipulation or control through fear, over control, overlords, archons. Like, I'm just getting, I get that with this. And so your ability to be the psychic detective is picking up, you're seeing this as the energy in ultraviolet, right? Oh, and I have a timing card here, within a few weeks. And the way that time has been going, that might happen tomorrow. So, let's get an angel number message. 9s. Whoa, I split it on that too. 9s are important, all right? Because I'm even looking at that 9 up there. 9s are the culmination of everything from the past. It's coming to an end. End of that matrix, end of the false reality, end of all of that brutal fear-like control, a new path being made available to the divine children that carry the spark, who want to go in a different direction, who want to experience something different, who want to break free from the disorienting controls and even disorienting or limiting beliefs of this planet, and transcend them the way that we were always supposed to. $77. This would be the time to move on from old habits, patterns, and fears. It would be the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desire and ambition. Now is the time to be bold and brave. It says, I am brave. So that's what I have for you. If you need a private reading, you can reach out to me. Information's in the description box below. They are pre-recorded videos. And, yeah, put in the notes what you would like to know. And thank you for being here. I'm leaving you with love and light and all the best. All right, bye.